Tonight, 3 teens in Benton County accused of raping 2 victims will now be charged as adults. 5 News reporter Kayla Davis spoke to the Benton County prosecutor on why this specific case warrants those charges. Kayla.
Morgan, Benton County Prosecutor Bryan Sexton says the nature of this case is, quote, aggravating circumstances that caught the senior prosecutor's eyes. He saw the 2 victims in this case could experience long-term damages that may never resolve because the suspects spread videos of the alleged rape on social media. 16-year-old Landon Ryan, 14-year-old Elijah Jurgen, and 14-year-old Bryson McLaughlin are facing felony charges for the alleged rape of 2 victims on April 22nd and April 27th. According to the affidavits from Bella Vista Police and Gravid Police, the boys allegedly recorded and shared videos of both alleged rapes. Benton County Prosecutor Bryan Sexton says despite all their efforts to seize all evidence, once videos are on the internet, they're difficult to erase.
That's the hardest part about these cases. The damage that is done to these victims and to their families.
Sexton says that evidence influenced the severity of the charges.
We will be willing to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law and to be placed in front of either a fact finder or a jury to determine what a proper punishment should be in these cases. These are serious, serious things that are happening.
The Benton County Child Advocacy Center is actively supporting both victims.
Like, this is something we call compound trauma. I mean, there's the act itself that occurred, but then we are adding re-victimization. By now there's a video of it and it's getting exploited.
Executive Director Natalie Tibbs encourages parents to get more involved with their children's social media and have consistent, open communication to keep them protected.
And so really working towards a healthy, open, honest relationship is what the goal is, so that we can prevent it, or if something bad were to happen, then our children feel safe enough to come to us and come forward.
The suspects are currently being held in the Benton County Juvenile Detention Center. Sexton urges anyone with additional information or concerns that there may be more victims to come forward to the prosecutor's office or local law enforcement. Kayla Davis, 5 News.
Thank you, Kayla. And tonight we're learning that the body of a missing kayaker has been found in the Mulberry River. According to Arkansas Game and Fish, 57-year-old Hector Rios of Wichita, Kansas, was found north of Mill Creek in Franklin County. A search had been underway by the Franklin County Search and Rescue Team in that area after Rios went missing on Saturday afternoon.
Really nice Friday forecast. The rest of this evening should be mostly nice for us. I've been keeping an eye on live radar. There have been a few real spotty showers out there, primarily south of I-40. Mostly a clean sweep out there. Maybe we got a couple of sprinkles through portions of southern Franklin into western Logan County. Not going to amount to much. Certainly is going to be very brief in nature. That really is the area we've seen most of those really spotty showers out there this afternoon. Meanwhile, temperatures are feeling good. Mid to upper 70s for many of us. Fort Smith and Sallisaw were in the 80s earlier. We're starting to cool down now, and that trend, of course, going to continue for the next several hours. Mostly clear skies out there right now. Expect some clouds to begin to return to the area early tomorrow morning. We'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies for your Saturday. We're going to drop into the upper 40s, low 50s out there before turning things around tomorrow afternoon. Much of the same here in the River Valley. A few of those high clouds this evening. Those are going to clear out. Should see a lot of stars out there this evening. Temperatures are going to stay very comfortable, at least for this weekend. And then we start to warm things up next week. We're talking about actual highs in the 90s, heat index values probably in the mid to upper 90s, all leading up to a more stormy, busy weather pattern. The latest track there in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Scott. Well, Walton-backed real estate development group Blue Crane released a first look today at the hotel that's planned for downtown Springdale. Hotel Sundry is expected to be a 5-story, 124-room hotel under the Tapestry Collection by Hilton. The new building is set to go in along East Emma Avenue, and crews are expected to break ground later this month. You can read more about this on our website, 5newsonline.com. Well, an update tonight on the Real ID rollout here in Arkansas. The Department of Finance and Administration says more than 150,000 Real IDs have been issued in just over a month, which is over 15 times the monthly average they normally see. DFA says shipments of the supplies are being overnighted to Arkansas to help meet that demand, but they also say making an appointment might be the best way to skip the line.
I have a revenue office agent sitting there waiting on you, ready to serve you. 2, you're going to have a card set back specifically for you. And 3, you're not going to have to wait.
DFA is also reminding us tonight, if you are planning to get your Real ID, do not forget to bring your Social Security card. And the 85th Fighter Group at Ebbing Air National Guard Base in Fort Smith is celebrating a big milestone. The Fighter Group achieved initial operational capability following the arrival of the Polish F-35s.
We're able to fly and produce graduates here, and you have seen that the first two Polish graduates just ended their training and they're going back down to Eglin. But the ribbon cutting ceremony from before was the area and the base was ready to go. This celebration is that we have started producing pilots for these countries and our allies.
It's all a part of the Air Force's F-35 foreign military sales training enterprise, and Poland is the first of 7 allied nations expected to conduct F-35 pilot training at Ebbing by the end of the decade. And Fayetteville splash pads are set to open this weekend, but park and health officials are urging families to prioritize safety. Fayetteville splash pads at Walker and Gully Parks open this weekend, but a recent death from a brain-eating amoeba at a Central Arkansas splash pad has raised some concerns. Parks and Rec Director Allison Jumper says their flow-through system uses fresh, potable water, reducing risks of infections. Dr. Hugh Jackson with Mercy Emergency Medicine stresses planning to prevent accidents like slips, falls, and even rare infections.
Adequate hydration, planning the days, frequent breaks from the sun, adequate covering of the exposed skin with appropriate sunscreen, avoiding slips and falls, avoiding jumping into water that you don't know the depth of that, and avoiding going by yourself.
And starting tomorrow, Fayetteville splash pads will operate from 9 to 8 every day. Well, new at 6, Arkansas college athletes will now keep more of the money they earn from their name, image, and likeness. That's thanks to a new law signed by Governor Sanders, making it income tax exempt. Now, 5 News reporter Jacob Luthi explains how the change could make Arkansas more attractive to student athletes.
This bill is all about competition and doing our best to make sure that Arkansas athletes, people that choose to come educate and be part of our system, have the best opportunity to be successful.
Money student athletes earn from their name, image, and likeness is now exempt from state taxes in Arkansas. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders signed the bill last month, amending the state's Student Athlete Publicity Rights Act. Bill sponsor Bart Hester says the tax break only applies to payments made directly by universities.
And as far as Arkansas, if they do any of the revenue sharing, any school in Arkansas, that revenue that the athlete receives will not be taxable. So if someone goes out to the local car dealership and gets $1 million deal, that is certainly, they're responsible to pay income taxes on that. But what they receive from the university will not.
The new law also exempts those payments from disclosure under the Freedom of Information Act. Fayetteville attorney Adam Rose says that helps protect student athletes.
It comes down to the safety of the students, right? These are still typically younger adults. I don't think they want their information to get out there and have people have access to them, especially, some of these people have millions and millions of followers. And so you're talking about a lot of exposure for young people.
Rose also believes the law makes Arkansas a more attractive option for recruits choosing where to play.
And I think that's going to give Arkansas a leg up when it comes to recruiting, for sure, because now those athletes are looking here and being here is less of a financial burden on them as compared to other universities.
In Fayetteville, covering news where you live, Jacob Luthi, 5 News.